control scheme should not be the reason I'm playing a game. I'm not going to play a game so that I can
cut.
I would almost disagree with that, because a control scheme can directly affect how fun a game is. Like, for instance, Spider-Man 2. If you couldn't swing from building to building, like, so much like Spider-Man, I don't know the right word for it, but like, it was so smooth and so fun. If that game didn't have that, if it controlled like every other Spider-Man game, or just a straight line, and you just doesn't matter how high you are, that game wouldn't have sold.
Let me rephrase that. Not the controls within the game, but the controller.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
well, let me
give you an example.
Do you want to play Gears of War on an NES pad?
Sure. I'd rather play it on an NES pad than a Wii controller. Yeah, I really would.
Even though you can pretty much make it an NES pad.
So, by that logic, any game that's made for Wii is going to be better.
Though. Okay, let's put that. If you don't think that in the next generation that every single console is going to have motion, and that they're going to try and adapt, like, almost put my water. Nintendo.
Jordan's getting fired up. He's getting fired up.
Nintendo has evolved the control. Like, they don't get nearly enough credit for what they do. They started with the standard 4-button pad that NES started, and shoulder buttons. They started with the analog stick. They started with the rumble, and everybody copies them.
They innovate. There's no doubt about it. But
I think the Wii, maybe the Wii might have been better off as having better graphics. But I think I heard somewhere Nintendo's plan is to release cheaper consoles more often, so that in 2 years
don't even get me started about releasing consoles more often. God, if they come out with another Game Boy, every time you turn around, that one's outdated.
Hey,
you need a new Game Boy.
Say what you will, man. The Lite is the #1 selling console in terms of, I think, of all time.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's
beating the crap out of everything.
It's just sickening when you think about how many versions of Game Boy have come out in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the micro doesn't count.
Yes, the micro does so count.
I do not count the micro. I think that was all. I don't know.
I think Nintendo's.
I think the only reason the micro came out is so they could go, hey, look, we still have faith in the Advance. Don't worry about that. Look, we made a new system. That's how much we believe in it.
Yeah.
That was just to kind of settle them down. Not like you're abandoning the Advance.
Can I still buy games for the Virtual Boy?
Okay. You know what? Can you still buy games for the what was that memory card that Sony released that like you could play like 2 games on it if you had Final Fantasy VIII?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, that was just the Japanese version.
Was it?
That was sort of a Tamagotchi kind of thing on the Japanese version.
For the record, the guy who made the Virtual Boy got fired.
Oh yeah, well, rightfully so.
And he had started the Game Boy. He's the one who invented the Game Boy as well, and he started the Virtual Boy. And they're like, that's one fuck up too many.
Yeah, well, hey, everybody's got their thing. For me, as I said, I have an aversion to the Wii. I would much rather play a game with a standard controller or PC.
And that's definitely right. But Nintendo has said they're not going for you though. They're going for someone.
Did they say me specifically? They said Ryan. We're not. This isn't for you.
Sorry, I was breathing to the mic there. No, they're not. Like I said, I think eventually you will you like Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah, it's all right.
You like Zelda?
Yeah.
You like Mario?
Yeah.
Eventually, this is all gonna add up. They're gonna have a price drop. You're telling me you won't buy a Wii for $150 Canadian when they have like 15 like Mario Party 7 that's also coming out.
Yeah, but
when they have like 15 AAA Nintendo titles, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, well, I can't play it anywhere else.
I'll probably buy one. But I mean, would I rather play Mario or Too Human or Alan Wake or BioShock or for me it's
yeah, but that's for you.
Yeah, but 15 AAA titles is a system buying no matter what system it is. If you have to wait that long and a price drop.
Yeah, but you see, Nintendo doesn't care if you wait because Nintendo has all the casuals who are already going into it. They don't need to have the hardcore gamer right away like Sony needed them. If the hardcore gamer wasn't there for the PlayStation 3 launch, it wouldn't have happened. It would have completely tanked, and it would have.
I think it did tank, and it's still doing okay.
I disagree with it tanking. I don't think it's tanking right now.
I think if the PS3 or the Xbox was at the same price point, I don't think the Wii would be. I might still be selling as many as it is, but I think it would be closer between the PS3. I think it would be closer between all of them.
Yeah.
I think
the
price point is a barrier to entry on the other systems.
Absolutely.
Because the Wii. Wii is an impulse purchase, and that's what Nintendo wanted. They want people, oh, I've heard about that. Oh, I can finally find one. Maybe I should buy it.
I wouldn't go as far as saying impulse purchase. It's definitely easier to pick up. I don't think I'd say impulse.
Well, I think a lot of moms and dads who, over the Christmas time, who could find one, let me say it that way, because it's been selling like crazy, but they walk into an EB or a GameStop or wherever, Future Shop, wherever they're shopping, and they've got somebody says, okay, you've got this machine at $600, this machine at $500, or this machine at $250.
Yeah.
What are they going to buy?
Absolutely.
They're going to buy the $250 machine.
And I fail to see where you're arguing against Nintendo on this one.
Well, no, as I said right from inception, it's not for me. I have an aversion to it. But in terms of price point,
I'm not fighting. I'm not saying the Wii is my favorite. The 360 so far is absolutely my favorite. But I can certainly see where Nintendo's coming from and what they want to do with the Wii, and I think it's their right to say, okay, we know you hardcore gamers will buy the system anyway, so now we're going to focus on these other people, but still give you what you want. Like they're not going to give you the best graphics, no, but that's not what they're going for. They're going for, I don't know, immersion or something.
Or something.
They're not going for me, is what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not going for you. And eventually, because they know eventually when they get enough AAA titles that
you'll
buy it anyway.
No, they're excluding me. I feel hurt about it.
Well, you can go talk to Shigeru Miyamoto. I'm sure he'll cry.
He will understand.
He'll cry, and then he'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm in the top 100 people of the year, so I really don't care what you think.
Yeah, so is Stephen Colbert.
Is he? No, he's not. I read the article. He's not in there.
He was on the list, though. He got the most votes.
No, he's not on the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you actually look at the web, when
I read the actual magazine.
Okay, now don't cut me off this time. They did the votes online, and he was actually in the number 2 spot for the most of the time. But for whatever reason, they left him. Yeah, he was all over there, depending on which days he commented on.
Who was number 1 though?
I don't remember. It wasn't.
This is most influential, right? This isn't person of all time. This is person of the year. This is just most influential people.
Right. I can't remember who took the number 1 spot now.
Because I know in the magazine they didn't have spots. They were just, this person is. These 10 people are the best in arts and entertainment. I know Steve Jobs was there.
Yeah.
And so was Shigeru Miyamoto, and so was Sacha Baron Cohen. So.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna sort of swing things around here. Of course, we didn't even touch the cell phones, iPods, all kinds of stuff. But we're kind of running a little.
On your iPod.
You can do all kinds of stuff on your iPod.
You can play Doom on your iPod.
We're running a little long in the tooth. I'm gonna wrap things up with sort of a let's talk about what we've been playing or what we've been doing personally, with whether it's modding or playing or anything like that. Jordan, why don't you seem to be on fire here. Why don't you start us off? What have you been playing?
Quite a whole host of things. I recently got my internet back, so I've been sucked back into World of Warcraft.
Oh,
I know. I'm feeding the addiction. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, you had quit before you lost your internet though, too, hadn't you?
No, I hadn't quit.
Oh, so
I would never quit. What are you talking